Have you noticed? Your brain never imagines the flight landing safely, the interview going well, the text arriving exactly the way you hoped. It only rehearses disaster, not sometimes, not when you're stressed, every day. But things that will never happen, for a reason it never explains. And then the thing actually happens. And it's fine. It was always going to be fine. But the fear was completely real. So why did your brain show you all of that? Not once, not occasionally. Your brain does this every single day, about things that will never happen, for a reason it never explains. And here's what makes it stranger. Your brain didn't choose those scenarios randomly. It chose the exact things you're most afraid of losing. It knows exactly where to cut, and it cuts there every time. Think of someone you love right now. Did your brain just show you something bad happening to them? That wasn't you being negative. That was your brain running a program, one you didn't ask it to run. Your brain is wired to pay more attention to threats than to good news. Researchers estimate 5 times more. One criticism cancels out 5 compliments. One bad day overshadows 10 good ones. You already know this is true. You've lived it. But here's the part your brain never says out loud. There's a logic behind the worst-case scenario. Your brain believes, if I imagine it happening, I'll be ready when it does. Rehearsal is protection. That's the deal. Except it doesn't work that way. Imagining the disaster doesn't prepare you for it. It just makes you feel like you're in danger. Right now, in a safe room, with nothing wrong. Your body doesn't know the difference between a real threat and an imagined one. It responds the same way to both. Your heart rate goes up. Your muscles tighten. Your breathing gets shallow. All of this for something that hasn't happened, for something that may never happen, for a future your brain invented 5 minutes ago. And it escalates. 1 worry becomes 3. 3 becomes a full scenario. With characters. With dialogue. You've already had the argument. You've already lost the thing. You've already been through the grief for something that hasn't happened yet. Notice what your brain doesn't catastrophize about. It doesn't run disaster scenarios about things you don't care about. It only attacks what matters. Your kids, your relationship, your health, the work you care most about, the people you can't afford to lose. The loop always knows exactly where to cut. So here's what's actually happening. Your brain has an alarm system. It fires in about 0.7 seconds. Before your rational brain has processed anything, before you finish the thought, your body is already responding. The alarm went off, the threat response is running, and only then does the thinking part of your brain catch up. This is why telling yourself it'll be fine doesn't work. The fear response is already running. Your rational brain is trying to talk to a fire alarm. The alarm doesn't listen to words, it just keeps going. Your brain is running a program that was written a very long time ago, a time when threats were real and physical, a tiger in the grass, a storm coming, something moving in the dark. The people who worried survived. The ones who didn't make it to have children. You are the genetic result of 10,000 years of people who assumed the worst. And that ancient system was brilliant for that world. The problem is you are not in that world anymore. Your brain can't tell the difference between a tiger in the grass and a message left on red, between a rival who wants to kill you and a colleague who didn't say good morning, between physical danger and someone's opinion of you. To the alarm system, they all look the same. So your brain runs worst-case scenarios about your emails, about what someone meant by that tone, about a conversation that might happen next week. It's doing its job. In a world its job was never designed for. And here's the thing that changes how you see this. You cannot turn the system off. You were not built with an off switch. Every person you've ever met is running the same program. The calmest people you know are not running it less. They just learn to watch it differently. Your brain doesn't catastrophize because it's broken. It catastrophizes because it's trying to keep you alive. The problem isn't the worry. The problem is believing the scenario is a prediction. This was never about anxiety. It was never about being weak or broken or too sensitive. Your brain catastrophizes about the things that matter most. It doesn't waste energy on things you don't care about. Your worst case scenarios are a map of what you love. The more it worries about someone, the more you love them. The more it rehearses losing something, the more that thing means to you. Your brain isn't attacking you. It's protecting the things it doesn't want to lose in the only way it knows how. So the next time your brain runs a disaster scenario, before you believe it, ask one question. What is it trying to protect? Because it's not telling you something bad is coming, it's telling you something matters. And the difference between those two things is the difference between suffering and understanding.